Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Favor and I'm a lifestyle content creator living in Manitoba, Canada. If this is your first time here, you're definitely welcome. Please subscribe so you can join our family, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming when I post new videos. This video is a continuation from our last video where I showed you how we save money. So to see all I get up to, definitely keep on watching. So guys, in addition to what I showed you earlier, this is the stock we have left in the garage. So these white boxes are all tomato and the brown ones are pepper, and I'm sharing with my siblings. So yeah, that's it. But this is what we have left. Just wanted to show you guys, and yeah, that's the box, and then this is the tomato. So yeah, that's it. So every year, usually around the end of August or early September, we usually watch out for the tomato and pepper sales. So this pepper is actually called the shepherd pepper, in case you want to buy this in superstore, and that's actually where we get it from. We buy it in bulk, at this time of the year because it's usually cheaper, and a lot of times it's hard to find the shepherd pepper, especially during the winter. So yeah, just buy it whenever you see it on sale. Normally I blend my tomatoes and pepper and then I boil, but I'm trying a new method out today. So I just rinsed the peppers and then I'm going to be boiling it that way. So for the peppers, we'll be boiling it the way it is, while we did the opposite for the tomatoes, right? So for the tomatoes, we actually blended and then we're boiling. And these 2 pots here of tomato blend is what we got from one full box. So yeah, that's what we got from one box, whereas the other pots to my left is what we got from one full box of pepper. I find that the peppers usually have more water in them, and also to blend you need to add more water. So I just felt, what, let's try this method out. I feel like it will save me some time when it comes to blending, so we're doing it this way. Yeah, I also feel like for some people this might be a lot of work having to blend up front, but I don't have that much space in my freezer. I only have one extra deep freezer in addition to what I have in the kitchen, and so to save space, this is actually how we prefer it. So it's a lot of work right now, but we're doing the work up front. So whenever I want to cook, I already have my peppers and tomatoes blended, and it just saves me a lot of time. So yeah, honestly, I don't mind it. So yeah, my peppers are ready to be boiled, and we're just waiting for the tomatoes to be done. Once the tomatoes are done, I'll go ahead to start boiling my peppers. So one box of tomato was what filled both pots, and then this is one whole box of pepper, and then I'll be going in bits. But yeah, this is pretty much it for now. So in here I have tomato that we previously blended and we've let it cool down. Actually just put it in the fridge, so it's cool, and now I can go ahead to start packing it. So as you can see, I have 2 pots of tomatoes, whereas after it was done boiling, this is all I got. So yeah, I really like that we're boiling it up front just to help us save space in our freezer. I mean, if you have a lot of freezer space, by all means just throw the tomatoes and peppers in there. You can even dedicate a whole freezer to tomatoes and peppers. Like, I know people that do that. So yeah, do what works for you. Anyways, this is the update so far. It has been boiling for a few hours. I forgot to check how long it took me to boil a whole pot, but yeah, it boiled for a few hours. I wasn't standing here all day, of course, like I was doing other things. Anyways, this is what it looks like so far. I'll just let the butter dry up and then I'll let it cool. And this is what I packed from the ones that we already blended. We got 13 Ziploc bags, and I just used the regular Ziploc, like anyone I find. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't pack them so big because I want to be able to take how much I want. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do mine, and then I'll just put this in the freezer. So I like doing it this way. That way, if I need to if I'm cooking a lot, then I know how much to get. I can get like up to 3 or 4, or if I'm just cooking a little, then one is enough, right? So I kind of do it this way just so I don't have to bring out so many bags at the same time. Another thing is we blend the tomatoes very smooth, but we don't do that for the peppers. For the peppers, there are some of them that we blend smooth, while I just keep some in the freezer whole. Like I mentioned earlier, we don't have a lot of freezer space, so we prefer to blend. But just because I know there are some meals that I need the pepper not very smooth, or some things I need the pepper whole for, like moi moi rice. So in those cases, I actually just bring out the peppers whole. So I usually leave 1 or 2 boxes depending on how much space I have. Just like that. I just clean it out, remove the seeds and everything, and then I freeze. Anyways, the tomatoes are now done, and then I'm just going to go ahead to start boiling the pepper. I added a little water and I'm just going to monitor it, and then we'll go from there. So guys, this is what we have after a few minutes. So I ended up adding more water inside just to speed up the boiling process, but at the end of the day I don't really need the water, right? So yeah, and I tried to turn it at intervals. Yeah, I think I'll be adding more water because the one there is dry. Let me see if I can show you. So yeah, I'll be adding more water. I feel like more water will help it boil faster, and that's it. So you can see that it's already starting to shrink, and literally that's all I want. I just want it to shrink, and then I'll blend the ones that I'm blending, and that's all. So yeah, I'm going to add more water. So as at when we bought the tomatoes and peppers, the tomatoes cost about $14 per box, while the peppers were about $16 per box. They usually say $13.99 or $14.99, but I always just round it up because the extra 1 cent is not gonna do anything to me. Anyways, that's usually what happens. So yeah, honestly, I feel like it's a way to save money because if I would buy the peppers, during the winter, I'll probably be spending $40 to $50 per box, and that's if you even find, right? And it's the same thing for the tomatoes. You probably wouldn't even find a box of tomato. You probably have to buy the tomatoes individually, and sometimes you can spend up to $15 on just a few pieces. So yeah, this is something that we definitely try to do every year, especially when we're able to. So this is my deep freezer, and it's in my garage, and yeah, I haven't had time to arrange my freezer, and yeah, this is all I have. So I actually just store my tomatoes and peppers here and a lot of other things. So I just cleared out this side that I'm going to be putting the tomatoes as we blend and pack. So yeah. So our second box is ready to start boiling, and this first box that we started boiling earlier is ready. I'm just going to turn off the stove, let it cool down, and I'll clean and proceed to blend, of course, because that's what we're doing right now. In the meantime, I'll clean another box because that can go on the stove as well. Okay, so this is everything that I got from that pot, so that's it. So this is it. I'm just going to wait for it to cool down, and once it's cool, I'll kind of clean it up so like all of these would go, and most of the seeds, and I will just blend. But yeah, that's it for now. So guys, this is the outcome, and I'm done now. I'm just going to already turn off the stove, so I'm just going to let this cool down, and yeah, I'll clean it up. Something that I thought about while doing this was you can actually just go ahead to clean it up, so like remove the seeds and all of that before putting it in the pot, and that way all you have to do is just blend. But yeah, it's up to you. I'm just trying this out and experimenting and making modifications along the way. So yeah, I feel like it will be easier if the seeds are already out. But that's it for now, and that will be the last update. I'll finish up the rest of camera just so I can work faster. Okay, so I'm done with my pepper, and I have 3 boxes here. So this is what I got from 3 boxes, and I have my ziploc here that I'm just going to be using. So I'll be packing these in a ziploc. So because this is not as much as the tomato, I usually use smaller ziplocs, and that's how I'm able to differentiate which is pepper from tomato. So yeah, that's it. That'll be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. I'll see you in my next video, but until then, stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.